Hi, I want to address this because he just said this on Alex Jones whenever he was dressed up in his little jumpsuit and was too afraid to show his face. But him and Alex Jones both agreed. He said it first, and Alex Jones agreed that Satan is the most powerful angel. So here's this clown saying it again. Let's listen to him so you can hear it out of his mouth.
It said, you know, Satan is as powerful as God. And that is the mentality that people have a lot of times when they're in service to fame, money, manpower. You start to feel like Satan is the most powerful.
Start to feel like, because that's all it is. It's not truth. It's just a bullshit feeling. Like feeling Ukraine is the good guys in this Ukraine-Russia situation. It's just a feeling. It's not the truth. All right, real quick. It's real simple. Saturn is Satan. Same difference. Kronos, the Greek name, right? And I'm not going to argue with anybody. That's why I'm done. I don't know what's wrong with, well, either you're paid, you're that dumb, or whatever the case may be. All right, you can just go to the tarot deck, which have been around longer than any of you idiots that argue this truth. Okay, the tarot deck has a card called the Devil. And that Devil card is associated with Capricorn. And Capricorn is Saturn. So by the tarot deck that's been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years, depending on where you go and track it down to, has been saying that the devil is Satan, Saturn, whatever. So get out of here, unsubscribe, quit looking, being weirdos, beat it. All right? If Saturn, Satan was as powerful or more powerful as God, whatever the case may be, then Saturn or Satan wouldn't be such a little bitch. It wouldn't be so threatened by the firstborn son. If Saturn or Satan was so powerful as God, then they wouldn't be such a little bitch and do everything in the dark, would they? It's called love and light because love and light, that unity, that harmony does everything out in the open. And if Saturn or Satan was most powerful and is so God, and as powerful as God, read the Iliad and Odyssey. You know what that thing does for 1,000 pages? Sits its ass in jail. And not only that, everybody in heaven and earth calling Saturn crooked Kronos. Again, Kronos, the Greek name for Saturn. So everyone's talking shit about Saturn, and its ass is sitting in prison. Huh. And I'm sitting here reading these books, I'm like, hey, now, hold on. I'm being told that Saturn's so powerful, and I'm reading to the end. I'm on the edge of my seat. There's like 10 pages left. I'm like, when is Saturn going to break out? When is the prison sex and all the butt fucking going to start? And it never happens. You believe it? No, its ass stays in prison. Most powerful, but sits its ass in prison. Wow. And this whole thing, okay, and another retardation moment with this Saturn stuff is people say that Saturn's good because without it, you wouldn't have any teacher, you wouldn't know what good is. Okay, now let's address that. It's stupidity. Okay? Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I'll stop because I could really start getting mean. And I'm not going to. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, look. Read something like the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Okay? I'm not listening to any idiots on here. I'm reading all these classic texts and all this Saturn's the good guy. None of this shit is in any of these texts. This is just some Masonic trick that started on the internet, man. It's the truth. If you read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, they tell you that which is all about the rituals and the judgment on the afterlife, which if there was no good or evil, then there would be no judgment, people. There'd be no weighing of the heart. You wouldn't even have a heart. Because it'd be like, hey, everything is good to go. Don't worry. Just go do your thing. But they tell you in the Egyptian Book of the Dead that there were cycles where there was no cycles of judgment. So what does that mean? That means that things were cool and there was no need and there was no terrible balance. There was no bad act that needed to be judged. You don't like that example? Do this for yourself. I've shown you this. I'm not going to spoon feed you everything because I've shown you this before. Do a simple Google search and you'll see that people are good and deep down in their nature, we are good at heart. And people, when you do good things, it makes you feel good. All this stuff scientifically proven. They just had another big study come out this year that deep down, we are good at heart. And when we do good things for other people, it makes us feel better. So what's that mean? So that means we don't need some bullshit asshole being a bad influence to teach us what good is because we already are good. We don't need some bad example to teach us anything. Good God! What is this? This is hell. Like, because you guys all got Stockholm Syndrome, you're fucking retarded. I don't know what it is. Goodness. What have you done for love today? Because it's right out there in the open, people. It does. And that's what love is. That's why, what have you done for it? Because when all that's just like in that beautiful poem says, when all that there is that's left in the world is love, give me away. Saturn don't give, it takes. Good God, but just, hey, stick with it. Enjoy yourself. Treat yourself. Because you're a little fun, and just like Macron said, the time for abundance is over. Not for the good guys. That's for all the butt buddies, people. So don't you get afraid when you see these, shortages are coming. That's not for you. That's for the butt buddies.